Hello everybody, it is Ben here from the Golden System, and I guess welcome back to another versus video. These seem to have become my thing now, so in today's video we'll be discussing emotional protector versus mental protector. We'll be talking about their roles, the differences between them, and just things like that. So since my dissociation versus switching video seem to have become my videos now, so we will probably do more of these in the future. So yes. So getting into it, just an overview of what the roles mean to us. Not every system will classify these as different roles. A lot of systems would classify these as the same role. We, however, do not. As per usual, it is good to check with each individual system. This is just our experience with it, and kind of showing you how they can be different. So first of all, that for us they are different. The biggest difference with them is that one deals with emotions, whereas one deals with our mental health. They can go hand in hand sometimes, so as you will hear discussed later, things like depression, they can go hand in hand with each other. So yeah, but me myself, I am a physical protector, so I don't really have much experience with the roles. I have kind of played mental protector before when there's been no other ones around or when we've been Friendster. But I am not one personally. So I have asked a couple of system members to talk about their experience. We have one emotional protector and one mental protector. So they will be talking about their personal experiences, and maybe you can start to pick up on the differences between them for our system and maybe for other systems out there. I do want to give a quick trigger warning. There is a trigger warning for discussion of mental health, as I said, so things like anxiety and depression, stuff like that. There is a trigger warning for SH. Those words aren't specifically said, but it is implied and hinted to, and other words are used to describe it. And also trigger warning for unaliving yourself. Again, the word is not said, but it is talked about. So if any of those things trigger you, please proceed with caution when watching this video. But yes, I hope you enjoy. Yo, it's Chase here from the Golden System, and I'm here to talk about my role as an emotional protector. For this video, emotional versus mental protectors. So my personal role as an emotional protector is that I protect against depression. Now I know what some of you will say, you'll be like, but Chase, depression isn't an emotion, it's a mental disorder, which you would be correct. It is. I mean, you can feel depressed without having depression, but that's a whole other debate. But in this case, we are actually talking about the actual disorder, depression. Now, Han does not have a depression diagnosis. None of us do. Technically, I do in my canon, but so she's not diagnosed with depression, but she has been told by a professional that she shows every symptom of depression and that she could have it, but the professional couldn't diagnose us. They're not allowed to clinically diagnose us. But they said we probably have it, so she probably has depression. So now that's out of the way. My job as emotional protector is that I absorb that depression, so I don't absorb it to its full extent, or so, you know, we wouldn't have issues and that's impossible. But I absorb it. And the reason I do this is because it's to keep us alive. So if she had to deal with the full extent of her depression every day, every minute of the day, or most days, there is a high chance, trigger warning, there is a high chance that we would not be alive right now. Since she is the host and she has the most time to do that kind of thing. So we might not even be alive right now. So if she gets into a depressive state, or if anybody in the system gets into a depressive state, but it's mostly just Han, to be honest, I absorb that. Sometimes I will front and have the episode for them, and then they can go inside, they can relax, they can take some self-care while I come out and I handle it, I absorb it, I have the depressive episode for them, so they don't have to deal with it. Again, since Han is host, it's more important for her not to feel it than for anybody else. I'm not saying that she's the most important ultra in the system, because we're all important. What I am saying is that she is the most likely to hurt one of us, to hurt the body. She is the most likely to... she has more time out in the body. She makes the big decisions like that. So we have to make sure it doesn't happen, because not all of us want to die. So, yeah, that's my main role. It's not just me. You have Jane, who deals with emotions of loss. You have Red, who deals with anger and hate, so they will absorb that. Trying to think if there's anyone else. We have anxiety holders. So Water is also an anxiety. She's an anxiety holder, and she's also a depression holder like me. Virgil's an anxiety holder. They do the same thing, they're just called anxiety holders instead of emotional protectors. I don't know why. That was their choice, I guess. But that's our role summed up, really. So to sum up, we absorb emotions that other people don't want to feel. It's not just with Han, it's with the whole system. But Han is kind of our main priority, because, you know, host and everything. Yeah, and we don't always have to front to do our role. We don't even have to be co-con. There are a lot of times that I am just in my house in bed, just absorbing this and feeling myself just getting more and more depressed. So, yeah, we will only really front if we're already close, or if we really have to, if they have to go inside, they have to relax. But that is more on the mental protector side of things, which I'm sure whoever does that will explain. So yeah, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of the video. Hello everybody, it is Darkiplier here, and I'm here today to talk to you about my role as a mental protector. Now, I am the best alter in this system to do this, as our other mental protectors have other roles on top of their job. So mental protector is not always our top priority, whereas for me it is my only role, so it is always my top priority. So a bit about my role. So I tend to front when we need a self-care day. So it's usually because Han is overworked, she might have not switched in a couple of days, she might be doing self-destructive behaviours, and she just generally needs a break or generally needs a self-care day. In that case, someone like me would front. I would front while she goes and relaxes inside, and I would take care of her body, I would take care of life, and I would just take a general self-care day. I would make sure our hygiene is up to standards, I would sort things out like college work, and maybe give our room a tidy or make things more organised so that things are easier for when Han gets back. Now, I do protect other alters as well, but it is very unlikely that they will get to the point that they've been worn down by front. Han is host, so fronts a lot, and tends to get worn down by daily life. whereas other people may not front as much. Although some people being out for a lot of hours, even in one day, can affect their mental health. In that case, we would step in then as well. So, the main difference between us and emotional protectors is that we do not absorb the emotions that the person is feeling. So, they will absorb the emotions so that the person fronting or the person feeling them doesn't have to feel them. We don't do that. We don't absorb our emotions. In fact, most mental protectors, especially in our system, tend to be void of those kind of emotions. They don't tend to feel things like depression, anxiety, things like that. So we do not absorb that, but we tend to try and solve the issue. So emotional protectors will stop the issue. Well, they won't stop the issue, they'll stop the feelings from the issue, but the issue may still continue. Whereas the mental protectors will try and stop the issue and will solve any harm caused by the issue, whereas emotional protectors will kind of just absorb it but do nothing about it. Which, you know, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, it is very important. But they just don't do that extra step. That is our job. Now, the three mental protectors in our system is me. I am primary mental protector. I will be first port of call if there is some kind of mental problem, other than Sophia, who is primary protector and was previously a mental protector, and who still sees her main job as mental protector. So there's me, I guess Sophia in that sense. There is Midnight, and there is Zach. Midnight is also a forest protector though, so he can't always be called upon, although he is the only alter with an emergency trigger. A trigger that will work no matter where he is in the inner world. He will front when that trigger is done. So he is a mental protector in the fact that if a persecutor is fronting and they are doing an unhealthy coping mechanism, and that emergency trigger can be paid, and he will take care of that. Zach, on the other hand, is more of a mental protector to do with college. If Han is being worn down because of assignment work, because of college stress, it's usually Zach who will handle that. He will do the work for us so that we don't get stressed because of it. Whereas me, I'm the general self-care alter. If we need a day to do self-care, that will be me. I will do the self-care. Han tends to be co-con with me. If not, she's usually relaxing in her room in the inner world. If she is co-con, I will try and help cheer her up. I will watch YouTube with her, listen to music with her. Just whatever will help resolve the problem. But like I say, I'm not the best with emotion. I can help during something like a panic attack or a depressive episode, but it would be better for an internal self-helper. We have very good communication with internal self-helpers. If we know something is wrong, we can communicate with one and be like, you need to get here and help, and then they will turn up and help simmer down the situation and help calm whatever alter is having an episode down. So I think that's just about everything. I can't think of anything else I need to say. This is with any mental disorder, any neurodivergency. It's mostly with depression and anxiety, but also especially with PTSD. ADHD we help out with as well, especially me because I don't need a lot of stimulus and I'm not very emotional. So I can help us calm down during a ADHD episode or if we're overstimulated. But most of the time it will be for depression and anxiety. But we can help out with other things as well. We can give advice if you need any self-care tips, if you need any ways to think more positively or ways to organise your life a little better. We are good people to ask. We will be able to help with that. if you need any tips with how to help any alters in our system with their mental health, we are also good for that as well. We can help out with that. So yeah, I can't think of anything else I need to say. So thank you for watching my section, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this helped you understand the differences between the different roles. As I said at the start, this seems to have become my series now, something versus something. So if there's anything else you would like to see, any other roles, or systems, DID versus OSDD, anything, let us know and we'll do it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.